So today's been a really good day for me. Decided to go up to St James's Park today with Ben, or Burnsy as he's known as on Twitter. And we had a great day. I decided to vlog some of it and get some interviews. So this video is just basically talking about the atmosphere around the ground today and how much of a different feel there is. This is the Toon Review. Hi everybody, I'm Paul back again, and as I said in the intro there, today was brilliant for me. Going up to the ground, disappointed I couldn't go up last night, but there was plenty there. There was loads of scenes last night of cabbages getting thrown around, beer all over the place. But today, it was obviously a lot more quieter when we got up to the stadium. But there was still a lot of media there. There was still a lot of people getting interviewed, things like that. So it was still, I don't know, the atmosphere was different around the ground. It just felt different. I can't explain what it is. There was just so many happy faces around. There wasn't any supporters with miserable faces. And I've got a clip coming up here of what it was like when I first started walking up and seeing this young lad dressed in Saudi Arabian attire.
Oh, so it begins. Jesus.
So as you can see there, just completely, blew away the people that were waiting to be interviewed. Of course, the cameras and TV stations went straight to him for an interview, which was lovely. And he really did, he did enjoy it. But when we're standing around, just soaking up the atmosphere, it was great for people that follow this channel. They were coming up to me. Lovely lady came up to me and said that she loved the Four Horsemen show, which was, I was amazed that she watched that show, but she does. And she said it was the highlight of our week and she gets so many laughs out of it. Met Ian, who does my thumbnails for the Monday night shows. It was just incredible. So many people were talking away to each other, strangers, but seemingly joined together by this takeover. And it felt like so many rifts had gone, and there was so many people smiling, and it was just brilliant to be around. Lovely sunny day, really warm day as well. Decided to go and have a walk around the ground, just to soak it in. I've never sort of walked around St James's Park like that, the full stadium when it's been empty like that, and it just felt different. Something was different. 10 minutes before we got there, Amanda Staveley had come out of the stadium and was talking to fans. She even went into 9 Bar to introduce herself to the staff. I mean, that is incredible stuff. It just gives you that heartwarming feeling that these people really are going to change this club for the better. It was just magnificent. And then deciding to go into 9 Bar for a drink, bumped into 3 Scottish lads who'd come down from the Highlands the night before just to soak up the atmosphere and join in the celebrations. And this is what they had to say. Right, currently in 9 Bar, hopefully going to be Shearers very, very shortly. And 2 lads from Bonnie, Scotland. How are you doing?
Very good. Well,
Haven't been better.
I know you jumped on the train last night, came straight down. What did you think of the atmosphere when you got here?
Wild. Absolutely wild.
Yeah.
You took one step on the floor and all the broken glass.
So it was well worth the money.
Oh, every penny I paid.
So how are you feeling about the takeover itself now?
Still just don't believe it.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to wake up any minute. It's unbelievable. Surreal, to be honest. Completely surreal.
I mean, it's a lot quieter here this morning, obviously, but there's just a certain atmosphere around the ground now, isn't there? Just seeing all the media here and...
Just a buzz. There's just
that cloud has been lifted.
Yeah, absolutely. The sun is out, just honestly.
So what's your ambition for Newcastle United now moving forward?
I would
Win
take
everything.
finishing 10th, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd take anything as long as we're on a trajectory. They're just going up. That's all I care about. I want ambition in the club. That is it. Like, that's all I ask for.
Yeah, just ambition moving forward. At least we'll give the cups a go, you know, and then a few years' time, Premier League, Champions League. It's weird to think that we can actually believe that's going to happen now, isn't it, though?
That's the thing. It's not a ridiculous thing to say that Newcastle United could win the Champions League in 5 years or 10 years' time. I mean, that's not a ridiculous thing to say.
I would love to see Joe Linton become the most prolific Champions League striker of all time.
So what kind of players would you see us bringing in? I'm not talking about straight away, obviously, just what kind of players would you see us bringing in sort of 2 to 3 years?
2 to 3.
I think over the next few years we can see like a lot of maybe like Joe Willock signings.
Yeah.
Someone who's going to be like that sort of in between step.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't like one of those, like, I wouldn't like Messi or Ronaldo, that type. I wouldn't like an older player that, while they're very good.
Do you think there'll be like a headliner though? Like, there must be like a headliner.
Yeah, I think what they'll build it up over the years, won't they? They sort of make a marquee signing and then again and again and again.
Yeah. I'd like some young players that can just really be nurtured into very, very good players.
Yeah, people like players like sort of Ward-Prowse, etc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely love to see him.
Even Ward-Prowse, Southampton, you know, players like that, Maddison at Leicester, those kind of players.
I can't believe that. Like, I never thought that players like that could even come here.
I think we might see a bit of a snowballing effect. I think if things start to take off, I think the appeal of coming back to Newcastle might grow.
So you're looking forward to coming down to the Spurs game, man?
It's so exciting.
Unbelievable atmosphere. Well, thanks for coming on, lads. Safe journey home.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So as you can see, you know, there were only 2 of them wanted interviewing because the third one wasn't happy about going on the camera. But that was fine. You know, those guys had had a very, very long night celebrating into the early hours, and then they were getting the train back up to Scotland today. So safe travels to you guys, because I know you were going to go watch the video on the train or when you got home. So, you know, great guys, and this is the kind of atmosphere that we're talking about, you know. And then all of a sudden we're having a pint, and then Keith Downey walks past from Sky and asks us if we want to be interviewed, which was fantastic. Got a selfie with Keith, which you can see here. You know, it's unbelievable. You know, people that you see on TV, suddenly they're there. The Chronicle Facebook Live page decided to get an interview with us as well. And there was just so much joy around. And then we bump into Jan, who basically came over from Holland. He'd come over to see his son, but he decided to make the journey yesterday to come over because of the takeover and just soak up the atmosphere. He's going back to Holland on Sunday. He'd previously lived in Newcastle and around the area. So it was great to bump into him, and this is what Jan had to say. Right, I'm here with Jan, who's actually come over from Holland yesterday. Jan, how are you?
I'm absolutely delighted it happened. Finally, it went through. I came here to see my son, but this is just a double celebration for me. It's amazing.
You said that you've lived in Newcastle previously, and you're a big fan of Newcastle United. So how are you feeling about the takeover?
It's unbelievable. I never thought we would get rid of Mike, and it's time we did. But I'm glad he's gone, and it can only get better now.
It's happened so quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah, in the end it did.
So where do you see the club going in the next sort of 2 to 3 years?
This year the main thing is to make sure you bloody well stay up, because we're not at a good place at the moment. I think they will buy in January to make sure we stay up.
Yeah.
And then in 2, 3, maybe 4 years they might do the League Cup, but in 4 or 5 years, who knows, might win the league.
It's just progression though, isn't it? We're actually going to see owners with ambition and maybe just a slow but steady progress.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for stopping
welcome.
by, and safe trip home.
Same.
Thank you. So as you can see, you know, everybody from all parts of the world is just absolutely buzzing. And what I did find funny is there was 2 lads dressed up as Saudi Arabians today with a sold sign. Bless them, they must have been sweating their nuggies off today because it was so warm there. But they were dressed in the full attire. People that were driving past the stadium in taxis, in vans and stuff like that were stopping the traffic to get photos of them. So I managed to grab one with them as well. And as you can see, there it is. And, you know, they were great guys. And the funny thing is they were handing out fake £50 notes to everybody. And it just made people smile. It really did. And, you know, the whole persona of St. James's Park, for me, changed there and then. You know, just being there today was special. for some reason. And like I say, I can't put my finger on why I feel like that. It was just special in very, very different ways. The atmosphere around the stadium was just... It seems like a huge cloud has been lifted from over St James's Park. And like I said, you know, Amanda's sort of PA and accountant came down to 9 Bar when we were there. And he was going around everybody, shaking hands, introducing himself. We haven't had any of this. You know, we haven't had any of this from the 15 years that Mike Ashley's been at the club. It's been nothing but, you know, tread like mushrooms, kept in the dark, fed full of shit. But something feels very, very different about these guys. Very different. And it was just superb to be there today. As I say, not as many people around as what there was obviously yesterday and last night, but there was a more quiet atmosphere there and people just soaking it in, realising, going to the stadium and looking at it thinking, we're the richest club in the world. And for that, even for me, is hard to comprehend. It really is. You know, it's so positive. And it's amazing for me to sit here and, you know, Tuesday night doing the fan forum, everybody was downbeat. Nobody knew where the club was going. Were we going to get rid of Bruce? Were we not going to get rid of Bruce? And then all of a sudden, 48 hours later, I'm doing live streams of celebration of a takeover. It's been a whirlwind, an absolute whirlwind. But everybody's adrenaline is still pumping. People are going to be partying for months. That's plain to see. From around the ground, you know, people coming up and just shaking hands with each other and just saying, oh, we can't wait, talking about football in a positive way again, which, you know, we haven't seen. And so many people as well saying that they're so much looking forward to going to the Tottenham game when, you know, previously it's been sort of, yeah, we're going to the game, but we're not really looking forward to it, you know, but it's just different. And with all the rumours going around of who they've spoken to, you know, have they spoken to Shearer, have they spoken to Keegan? You know, we don't know, obviously. Only Amanda Staveley knows that and the rest of them. But one thing I get from Amanda is that she is going to be very much the forefront of running things here at Newcastle. And she is very, very, very appreciative of all the fans. And she knows that the first game she came to 4 years ago, she knew that she wanted to be part of a buyout. It wanted to be part of this club. Which is magnificent. And seeing the pictures of Amanda and her husband there today, just at St James's Park on the pitch, we've all wanted that for so long, and now it's happened. It's going to seem surreal for quite a long time. You know, until we see sort of developments actually happening, we're not gonna really believe it in our hearts, are we? You know, because it's been so long, and a lot of people said the takeover was off, it wasn't going to happen, and then bang, there it is. But what I think this has done is it's brought Newcastle fans together. There is unity there now, and we're all pulling in the same direction. The new owners want to keep the fans informed of their plans, what they're going to be doing, which is unbelievable, really, from what we've you know come accustomed to in the last few years. So I just think it's fantastic. I had a fantastic day today, and you know, buying a new hoodie in the shop. I wasn't going to spend anything in there, but you know what it is? I felt in such a good mood, I was going to get a hoodie, keep us warm during the winter at the matches. And yeah, brilliant. And then sort of come home, went on Steve's show for 5 minutes tonight just to join in the celebrations on there. Fantastic stuff. And it's what should be going on. Everybody should be unified, pulling in the same direction. And it was just great to see. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please don't forget to smash the like button for me. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, like so many, you know, over 400 people have done in the last few days, please do hit the subscribe button. That would mean the world to me. More videos coming up. I've got a really special show on Sunday for you. Al Waleed from Saudi Arabia. Everybody knows Al Waleed. He's a lovely, lovely guy. And he's going to be on my show live from Saudi Arabia on Sunday. So keep an eye on my Twitter and keep an eye on the notifications from YouTube as to what time that will be. I just have to agree a time with him that's convenient with Al Waleed over there. So that's going to be a great show. I was going to do a special fan forum over the weekend, but I've decided just to leave that for Tuesday night. You know, it's every Tuesday, the fan forum, so we're going to have a good time on there celebrating the takeover as well. And also building up to the Spurs game and what kind of atmosphere we can expect around St James's Park. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of headgear being worn and things like that. So it's going to be a fantastic night. the 4:30 kickoff next Sunday against Tottenham. It's going to be fantastic. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you on Sunday when Al Walid will be my guest. But until then, have a cracking weekend, guys. Take care.